Hello students, welcome to the new video on Analog Electronics 1. Myself Gunjan Mittal Roy in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in GEMTech, Greater Noida. In this video, we are going to start with the Class A power amplifier. In the previous video, we have discussed about the basic concepts of of power amplifiers. What are the difference of power amplifier with respect to voltage amplifier, what are its applications, and what are the different classifications of power amplifier. So the very first power amplifier is Class A power amplifier with resistive load. That means at the collector we are using resistance. So first of all, what is a Class A power amplifier? It is a power amplifier having a power transistor. Power transistor is a device which is different from the ordinary transistors, that it has the thicker base regions, thicker collector regions. It is bigger in size. It can handle much larger voltage and voltage ratings and current ratings, and therefore this is called as the power transistor, and the device overall is known as the power amplifier. Now a power amplifier, when it is called as Class A power amplifier, it means its Q point or operating point is located exactly at the middle of the load line. So this is the basic condition or criteria of a Class A power amplifier. Now the name resistive load means at the collector we are connecting a resistor who's given by RC. Now the input power given from the supply VCC is divided in two parts. First part is the power dissipated across the resistor in the form of the heat, which is I square R, and the rest of the power is appearing across the transistor. So we have to determine the useful AC power with respect to the DC input power, which is called the power conversion efficiency. So this is the Q point representation which I was talking about, that its Q point is exactly at the middle of the load line. Therefore, if we give a full cycle of AC, we get full cycle at the output. So there is no nonlinear distortion or there is no amplitude distortion. So in that way, Class A amplifier is the best amplifier which does not offer any amplitude or nonlinear distortion. Now we have to talk about its power conversion efficiency, and to find that, firstly we should know what are the different powers where the power is getting divided and what will be the total output useful power. So the input power, very first thing is the DC input power obtained from the supply battery VCC. It is given as VCC into ICQ, where ICQ is the operating current. Now this gets divided into two parts. First is the resistance power, the power dissipated across the collector resistor. It is given by PRC. It is IC square into RC. It is in the form of heat. And the remaining power is the power obtained across the transistor. So the power across the transistor will be input power minus the power dissipated across the collector resistor. Now the output power or AC, useful AC power, is given by P out AC. It is given by I square RC, and this is given as V square by RC. Since it is a RMS power, so Vm by root 2 whole square into 1 upon RC, so it is Vm square upon 2 RC. So the DC power dissipated by the transistor is in the form of heat. So even in the transistor, across the transistor, if we get the power, it is not the entire AC power which we get at the output, but there is a small amount of power which is dissipated inside the transistor at the collector region in the form of heat, which is given by PC. So there is a heat power at collector resistor which is given as PRC, and there is one more heat power or dissipated power in the form of heat within the transistor at the collector region called as PC. So if we consider all these powers, we have a chart that is showing different powers. Firstly, input DC power is divided into two parts, power across the collector resistor and power across the transistor, and this power across the transistor is also divided into two parts, PC, which is the power at the collector region, dissipated power in the collector, and then output AC power, which is the useful power. Now from all these power relations we will come to the overall power conversion efficiency, and it is given as the AC power delivered to the load with respect to the total power delivered by DC supply. So in the simple notations it is given as P out AC upon P in DC. Now this is average AC power at the output upon average DC power at the input of the transistor. AC power is represented by RMS voltage and RMS current, so it is given as Vrms into Irms, and RMS is Vmax upon root 2, Vm by root 2, and Vm is nothing but Vmax minus Vmin upon 2, but because Vm is nothing but V peak to peak by 2. So peak to peak means maximum minus minimum upon 2. So in this way we get 1 upon root 2 VCE max minus VCE min upon 2 into 1 upon root 2 IC max minus IC min upon 2. So if we simplify this, we get 1 upon 8 VCE max minus VCE min into IC max minus IC min. And the overall efficiency is VC max minus VC min into IC max minus IC min upon 8 into VCC into ICQ. So this is the generalized power conversion efficiency relation. And now for class A power amplifier with resistive load, we will put the values of VC max, VC min, IC max, IC min, and we will get out a definite value of power conversion efficiency. Now before we get that value, we should consider about various advantages and disadvantages of class A power amplifier. So the advantages are that the current flows for full cycle. As I told you, there is no non-linear or amplitude distortion. Second is it can amplify small signals also. The output is same as input and no distortion is present. So overall we are talking about no distortion. This is the best and the most important advantage of class A power amplifier. But the drawback are it has low output power and low collector efficiency. How low it is we will get to know in the further explanation. Thank you so much.